In 2017, the world of video game collecting was rocked by an eerie and unsettling mystery that left friends, family, and authorities scratching their heads. A video game collector from Pennsylvania, known for his obsession with rare and retro games, vanished without a trace after arranging a seemingly innocent meeting with a seller on Craigslist. What began as a typical transaction for a passionate gamer quickly turned into a chilling story of disappearance, unanswered questions, and the dark side of online marketplaces. The collector, eager to complete his prized collection, had posted an ad on Craigslist, looking to buy rare vintage video games. He arranged a meetup in a Walmart parking lot to finalize the exchange, but he never returned. His car was later found abandoned, the engine still running, with his phone sitting untouched inside. Despite an extensive search and security footage from the area, no one could explain what happened to him. His disappearance remains an eerie, unsolved mystery to this day. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the strange and unsettling disappearance of the vanishing video game collector. From the bizarre circumstances of the meeting to the eerie clues that were left behind, we'll explore the strange details and theories surrounding this chilling case. Was this a tragic accident, or something much darker at play? Join us as we unravel the mystery of the video game collector who vanished without a trace. The story begins with a Craigslist post that appeared in the local Pennsylvania listings in 2017. The post was simple. A passionate video game collector was looking to purchase rare retro games for his collection. He had a particular interest in older systems, classic cartridges, and other hard-to-find gems that were no longer available through traditional retail outlets. As many collectors do, he turned to Craigslist, hoping to find the holy grail of video games, items that were either out of print or incredibly hard to locate. The ad was clear and concise. Looking for rare retro video games, willing to meet in person. This is where the story takes a strange turn. The seller responded almost immediately, and the two quickly arranged a meeting at a Walmart parking lot to complete the transaction. It seemed like a typical exchange, safe, public, and straightforward. But as soon as the meeting time arrived, the situation took a turn into the unknown. On the day of the scheduled meetup, the collector drove to the Walmart parking lot in Pennsylvania, just as planned. He arrived at the agreed-upon time, prepared to purchase the rare games that he had been searching for. What happened next is the subject of intense speculation. The meeting should have been uneventful, just another Craigslist exchange. But when the collector didn't return after the meeting, his friends and family grew worried. His car was found abandoned in the parking lot, the engine still running, his phone left inside, and his belongings untouched. But there was one key detail. The Craigslist ad he had posted earlier had mysteriously been deleted by an unknown user. The eerie disappearance seemed to stretch the boundaries of normalcy into something darker. Hours passed, and the concerned family members of the collector were unable to reach him. They attempted to contact him through his phone, but there was no response. The local authorities were called, and a search was initiated. They quickly located the collector's car, still parked in the same Walmart lot, with the engine still running. What made the scene even stranger was the fact that there was no sign of the collector anywhere. His phone was inside the car, undisturbed. Security footage from the Walmart parking lot was reviewed by investigators, but it didn't provide any clear answers. The footage showed the collector's car parked at the location, but didn't show anyone approaching the vehicle. No mysterious seller, no suspicious individuals, and no other people in the vicinity of the car. The mysterious disappearance deepened, as there were no other witnesses, no signs of a struggle, and no obvious explanation for where the collector could have gone. The phone, the car, and the Craigslist ad were the only clues left behind, and none of them led investigators any closer to answers. As authorities launched a formal investigation into the disappearance of the video game collector, they encountered no solid leads. The security footage showed nothing unusual, and there were no witnesses who could provide helpful information. The fact that the Craigslist ad had been deleted only added to the mystery. Who deleted it, and why? What role did the person who responded to the ad play in the collector's disappearance? The authorities spoke with the family and friends of the collector to try and piece together his life and personality. They learned that the collector was an enthusiastic gamer, often spending hours at home playing retro games and attending gaming conventions. He was friendly and outgoing, but there was no indication that he had any enemies or was involved in anything dangerous. Still, no one could provide an explanation for what happened in the parking lot that day. The car was abandoned. His belongings were left behind. The search didn't yield any clues. No suspects, no witnesses, and no body. A few strange details about the case stood out, adding to the chilling nature of the disappearance. The fact that the Craigslist ad had been deleted was one of the most peculiar. Why would someone take down the post after responding to it and meeting the collector? Was it a cover-up, or was there a more sinister reason behind the deletion? Another detail that made the case more bizarre was the lack of physical evidence. Usually in cases like this there are signs, something to point investigators in the right direction. But in this case, everything was oddly clean. There was no sign of a struggle or fight. The car's engine was still running, as if the collector had simply stepped out, never to return. And then there was the absence of any physical trace of the collector. Despite an extensive search of the surrounding area, his body was never found, and there were no signs of any physical altercation. With the investigation leading nowhere, numerous theories began to emerge to explain the disappearance of the video game collector. While there is no conclusive evidence to support any of them, the strange circumstances surrounding the case have sparked wild speculation. One theory suggests that the buyer from Craigslist may have had sinister intentions. Perhaps the meeting was a ruse, and the collector had unknowingly arranged a meeting with someone dangerous. The fact that the ad was deleted could point to an effort to cover up a crime, and some believe that the buyer may have harmed or abducted the collector. Another theory proposes that the entire Craigslist ad and meeting were part of a setup by the seller, who may have been part of a larger criminal operation. The meeting in a public parking lot could have been an attempt to lure the collector into a trap. Some of the more speculative theories suggest that the collector's disappearance could be the result of something supernatural. Given the mysterious nature of the Craigslist ad and the lack of evidence or traces of the collector, some believe that the disappearance was the result of a paranormal occurrence, a phenomenon that led the collector to vanish without a trace. There's also the possibility that the collector disappeared voluntarily, perhaps to start a new life, or to escape something personal or traumatic. Some suggest that the ad was a cry for help, but it remains unclear whether this theory holds any weight. The vanishing video game collector remains one of the most bizarre and chilling disappearances in recent history. The strange circumstances of the Craigslist deal, the abandoned car, and the complete lack of evidence make this case unlike any other. Despite investigations and countless theories, the collector has never been found, and the mystery of what happened that fateful day remains unsolved. The case serves as a reminder of the dangers that can lurk behind seemingly innocuous online transactions, and raises questions about the dark side of the internet and the people we meet in the virtual world. What do you think happened to the video game collector? Was it a criminal act, a paranormal event, or something else entirely? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more chilling true crime and mystery stories.